Right.
So,
okay.
yeah,
I'll accept that.
Yeah.
The cameraman Cameron wanted to ask about something. What was that question again?
Well, you touched on the
No, not that one. The other one. Prevailing
Prevailing
wage. I don't
wage.
even know what prevailing wage is. What does that mean?
Well, there's a Metro ordinance which says on projects that construction projects that Metro does that everybody working on the project will get paid what's called the prevailing wage, which is a wage that's determined by the federal government to be the average wage, essentially, that certain types of workers are making in the region. And it includes a component for health insurance benefits. And there's been some problems with its enforcement, with that law's enforcement here in Davidson County, in the sense that some of the contractors may not actually be paying that wage. And I think there are hundreds of cases actually pending right now.
Well, aren't a lot of contractors hiring illegal aliens, illegal immigrants, or whatever, undocumented people, whatever the politically correct word is?
Well, I think that that's probably a fair assessment. I mean, I think that would be, for me to deny that would be,
right,
you know, absurd. But contractors are required, like any other employer, to get some sort of documentation to show that the workers have the right to work here.
Right.
And I assume that they're all doing that to the best of their ability. There needs to be a federal comprehensive reworking of the immigration law because it's really not working right now. And that's one of, I mean, a contractor who in good faith looks at the documentation that every worker brings, that's all they can do, because there's no comprehensive way to determine if somebody actually does have the right to work here or not.
Right. It's really a federal problem. There's a couple cities that have tried to stand up or do something, and they're always on the news at some point.
Yeah, I mean, there's some cities that have done some pretty outlandish things.
Right, but most of the time it's not.
That's right.
What do we leave out? We're running out of time here. Ethics. What about ethics? Your campaign person told me to ask about ethics.
Well, obviously people are concerned about ethics in government, and the council, in my opinion, has exhibited ethical conduct through my 8 years, and I've seen very little that I would even question. The same for the mayor's office, and Nashville's been very fortunate to have ethical government. Now, what I did in the last few years is to sponsor a comprehensive rewrite of the Davidson County Ethics Ordinance. We brought a group of about 10 people in from the public, and they rewrote the law. The council didn't write it. The public wrote it, and then with help of lawyers. And then we adopted that law with a couple of minor changes that didn't really hurt the law, actually made it a little bit stronger in a couple of areas. And I believe that's the way you deal with ethics, is not by having the legislature or the council or the mayor or the governor set what the standard is. You bring the public in, and you ask the public, what do you expect of your public servants, and then you define that as the law. And that's what we did here in Nashville, and I'm proud that I worked very hard to get that done as a community.